Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and the British Dip Classic campaign, where it's about a year after I left off the last episode. We have removed most of the Soviet holdings in the Far East, apart from Vladivostok itself. And this brand new ship, the Tula class, battlecruiser Tula, with her cadet crew and 8 16-inch guns, appears to be making a play for North Hokkaido for some reason, but she's run straight into the Pacific Fleet, which is not good for your health, generally speaking. Will definitely be some more building this episode. I was going to wait until the Soviets had been defeated, but they managed to. They managed to. Will you fucking do what I tell you? Thank you. Right. Anyway, here's the Russian. Dreadful. Dreadful rubbish. Fucking hell. I'm not impressed with that ship at all. Xenophobe opening fire. As is Fusilier. I'm still super healthy, as you can hear. Oh, they scored a hit. And Xenophobe. Fair play. Oh. Well. She gets hit in return, though. Yes, thus ends the Soviet Navy. A brave effort. They scored a hit, which is more than the rest of the Navy has managed to do. But in the end, somewhat pointless. Oh, that'll be the United States out of the game in a minute then. Oh dear. America. How are the French doing, actually? 18 battleships for us, 10 for them. 18 battlecruisers for us, 4 for them. 30 armoured cruisers, they have 37. Well, heavy cruisers at this point. We have 69 light cruisers, they have 58. We have 250 destroyers, they have 36. And for some reason, 6 torpedo boats. I don't know why they still have torpedo boats, but apparently they do. Oh, there might be sloops. Or something of that nature. Yeah, so we should take the Russian Far East this turn, and America should disappear. Which means we really should only have us and the French. Oh my god, I'm sorry about that. Right, I'm going to send the fleet south to assist at this conquest of a province that rebelled against the Dutch. Oh, the United States still exists. They have 2 provinces at 1 port. Where? Oh, I mean, obviously this is 1 province. Where's their other province? Oh, Alaska, of course. Makes sense. No, we're too friendly with them to declare war on them immediately. Anyway, it should be the Soviets leaving existence now. Sure, we'll do some world peace. Why not? Yep. Goodbye, Russia. And good riddance. Well, okay. Next, we're going to do some building. I think probably some... Let's have a look what hulls we have access to. We should have some interesting hulls anyway. We probably need more destroyers again. I know I've got them on battleship, but there's absolutely no rush to build on that. Come on, shipyard, taking forever. Right. We've got... I'll probably do an F-class destroyer. Let's have the modernised battlecruiser, which I think is probably worth a look. Okay, cool. Well, I'll have a little think and I'll see you back here when I'm ready to start construction. Welcome back. Looks like the French are determined to get rid of the Americans. We also have a new heavy cruiser, which I think I'm going to build on now. Straight away. We are slightly behind the French on heavy cruisers, so I would like to do that. Now, the question becomes, what guns do we use? Modern heavy cruiser 1 can do up to 32 knots, no problem. How big were the counties? 13,500. That would be a max displacement. Counties had the 9.2s. Okay. Might just be a case of trying to build a slightly better county class. Okay. But we have Mark 4 11-inch guns. Why wouldn't we try and use those? This ship is... I mean, with those towers, it's kind of asking me to do a ABXY twin. Or I could do something weird, like AX quad with secondary guns, but quad guns are still very much behind twins and triples. We can get some 1.6 inch guns. for, aka 40, 40 millimeter. Jesus, 40 millimeter for AA work. Oh, jeez. So, apologies for the coughing. There's not much I can do about it. And I have to record today. I can't not record today. You'll miss episodes. Yeah. It is like a second version of the county class, isn't it? Just with big guns on it. Now, do I go super heavy again? Or is that unnecessary? Let's have a little look. 160. Could go soft cap. Or I could go super heavy base. Yes. Super heavy soft cap? That will virtually guarantee any destroyer we come across being obliterated. It's also going to guarantee any light cruiser we come across gets obliterated. Oh, well, I like that. Yes, please. So the HE should be able to delete destroyers, and the AP should be able to delete light cruisers. Obviously, we want a little bit more protection than the game has given me by default. I know I'm going heavyweight. But I find it useful to over armor and then cut back. So we don't really want to reduce range very much. If we can avoid it. We can slow down by a knot. That makes us the same speed as the counties. I do kind of want that 10-inch main belt. We don't need that much on the guns, though. Or on the inner things. Oh, now, there we go. 45 tons to trim. 9 tons to trim. Done. We'll do that. Oh, that's a spicy little ship. Not completely off the walls crazy, but would certainly be a very nasty prospect for anything, including other heavy cruisers, to come across. Well armoured, reasonably fast, punchy guns. Yeah, very useful. Okay. I'm not sure about the Shannon class, though. I might go for the... Yeah, let's go for the Castle class. Castle class. Now, how many of these to build? Well, we need only look to the French, I suppose. Who have 35 armoured cruisers, so at least 5. But I think we can do a bit better than that. We build our traditional 15 of them. Yes, we can. Might as well do that then. I will come up with some names in a moment. How are the Nilsons getting on? 6 months. Ooh, spicy. Okay. Yeah, I'll think of some good names. And, yeah, we'll do that. And then what's next? Destroyers, probably? Alright, welcome back. We have a bunch of castle class under construction. All Scottish castles, of course. We're about 4 months away from getting the Nelsons, or the N3s, done. But I think it's time for an F-class destroyer. And then I will think about doing the Patreon class destroyer. Probably in the next episode. But yeah, we have a never-ending requirement for destroyers, just because we control most of the world at this point. This will be the F class. Although, no, it's fine. We'll have enough. We'll have enough names in F, I think. Right, full-sized, reduced beam, but not draft. I'd love to be able to do the full 36 knots. Oh, that annoys me. It's not 22222. I might go 2220. Right, oil 2. Double geared steam turbines. Balanced boilers. Oops, easy. Other way. Here we go. Right, towers. What do we got? Enhanced tower doesn't fit. Oh no, that one does. Get that then. Assuming that's the best base accuracy I'm going to get. Yes, it is. A funnel. Lovely. Might go with this one, just simply because it's smaller. Right, now, I don't see any reason not to use the 4.7 still. But we could go for a triple. They are a little bit odd to fit, but the E-Class had... Where is it? E-Class... Yeah, they had 8 guns. Maybe we should just stick to that. 8 guns is plenty, to be fair. Quintuple tubes. I'll need to move this down a little bit. There we go. Could do with that just slightly more room. Just have a bit of a forward weight offset, so I don't mind moving the funnel back a bit. There we go. Lovely. Okay. I'm slightly worried about the fact I'm at 96%. semi-automatic. Someone suggested using fast torpedoes. I could do, and I would if I was planning on actually making torpedo runs regularly, but it's getting to the stage more where these things are going to be launching these off and hoping, like, these are already plus 23% visibility. If I make them fasts, it's plus 38, so they are a lot more visible. I tend to stick with standards and then go with oxygens. Fasts are fun, but yeah, I really don't like the reduced range. I like to be able to dump them out, yeah, 15 kilometers as opposed to 9. Is helpful if you just have these on a. If you're not micromanaging the ships, it's quite handy to just be able to go, yep, dump torps. Right, that's all very standard and straightforward. We can't carry that much fuel. We can't maintain that speed either. Maybe when we get good engines. Okay, 33, same speed as an E-class. So this is basically an E-class with 10 torpedoes instead of 4. Which, you know, is pretty good. We're still overweighted by a little bit, though. E-class, yeah, they are standard. Bulkheads. I could get in it by going cramped. It's not the best option, but I think it's my... Well, in general, but I think it is my best option to get the ship to actually work. Can we fit any, like, 1.6-inch guns on this? Yeah, we can. I go overweight if I do that, though. It might be useful, though. What about singles? Okay, if I've got to do it, I might as well make them triples, right? And this is purely for anti-transport work. Although, in reality, they would be for anti-air work, which, you know, is important. I do carry a reload on these things for the torps, which I rarely use, but no, we don't save that much. Really want to get those in. That's not going to save me enough. It's only 17 tons. Well, that helps. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to reduce draft a little bit then. It does reduce my range, but it just lets the ship just about get under the displacement. Okay. Well, they should be interesting. Approved. And we can build... Oh, I can't build that much. Let's build 25 for now, and then I'll build another 25 once the battleships are done, and then I'll give them all names. That's the plan. Welcome back. Here are the F-class in all their glory. We can also now start on that modernised battlecruiser. Potentially. Not quite sure how to approach it, because it might be a source of more 15-inch guns, because the 18s are already hard to armour a battleship against, never mind a battlecruiser. So I'm thinking an Admiral, but bigger. And faster. So take down the beam. Oh no, it'd be the same speed as an Admiral. Admirals are 40. Could end up at like 45. Yeah, go for something like that. Go for the slightly smaller tower so that it fits. Oh, we get that fancy ass tower. Love it. Now, the Admirals had all those 8-inch guns. Oh, we're pushing it off the old efficiency, aren't we? I think we stick with the 15s for the battlecruiser, even though they are starting to look a little bit small. However, I have a plan, and that is to have more of them. Yeah, no, we'll keep it like this. Yeah, we're going to have more 15-inch guns. We're going to try and carry 12. That's centered. Feels not centered, but it must be, right? I don't know what's making me think that it's not. Right, we're going to go like that. Going to keep our 8-inch heavy secondary battery idea. Just with that extra gun there, might be a little bit more difficult. But I have a plan. 1, 2. Quite enough room. Might be able to make a bit of room. Oh, Jesus. need to be a standard. Lovely. And that allows us to keep the heavy cruiser levels of secondary weapons. Then we're going to go down to... Oh. Not let me fit them up there. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. .25s. Yeah, so set back here. Then a not sure I'm going to be able to get a pair in. But I might. Yeah, there you go. A ridiculous number of 5.25s. Not valid, empty bombet. Oh, you popped yourself in the wrong way around. So. Again, I might have a bee in my bonnet about destroyers for some reason. And then, of course, we can bring the 40mm in as well. For a very comprehensive layered system. So we've got 15-inch guns, we've got 8-inch guns for cruisers and stuff, we've got 5.3s for close in destroy work and heavy aircraft duties, and we have 40mm for light anti-aircraft duties. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Semi-automatic loading. It's going to be pretty spicy. Problem is, we're at 96%, and we're still to put the armour on the ship. Right, 109%. You can drop the range. It's already got pretty good range. 105%. Turrets. Ammunition. Ammunition. Right, well, we can cut this down pretty significantly. There we go. Lovely. That's all we really need anyway. Alright. Well, they're nasty little things. Ooh. Supremely nasty. Look at that. That is bringing an enormous amount of firepower to the party. 12 15-inch guns. 12 8-inch guns. And a lot of smaller stuff. That would be a very nasty ship. Carrying that level of armour at 34 knots. Oh, I know what I'm going to call these. The Black Prince class. Right, how many? Is the next question. Probably 3, right? I have been building them in 3. So how many admirals did I build? 4. Okay. I've only got 3 names in mind. So I'm going to build 3. As a kind of like super admiral, I guess. But I will name them and stuff off camera. Really, there's not too much to be doing right now. We've got a pretty large negative balance. That is somewhat on purpose. I'm trying to run down my naval funds so they don't get too big. I might as well spend some money. We're building a lot of stuff. I think the next thing to start worrying about are our light cruisers again. I've popped a priority in extreme large guns to try and get those Mark III 18-inch guns in a reasonable time. We're about to get the Mark V 7-inch, so refits for the existing light cruisers. But I would like... perfect. There we go. Modern Light Cruiser 1 and the Advanced Scout Cruiser. Oh, very good. So we're going to get some more light cruisers soon anyway. That's great. Oh, we're about to get the stupid destroyers as well. That I really am not a huge fan of. Ooh, Mark IV 12-inch guns. Alright. Well, I'm pretty pleased with where we are. The French are... Well, I mean... They are definitely approaching us in battleships. We seriously outnumber them in battle cruisers, though. Heavy cruisers, we will soon outnumber them. Light cruisers, they're caught up. Destroyers, they're way, way behind. And our economy is still twice the size. Total fleet tonnage, though, interestingly, theirs is pretty close to ours, which means I think those battleships are pretty big things, whatever they are. They've got a reasonably sized fleet. The Americans obviously are irrelevant, but I would like to remove them. So I'd like to go for an actual victory of the game in this campaign. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Obviously, the war with the French is going to be the big one. We'll have to wait and see for that, but we've got a lot of power sitting about, especially with the Nelsons commissioning up. Yeah, we have a lot of firepower at our disposal, but you'll have to tune into the next episode to see what happens. Although I suspect it will be peaceful building and stuff, but I like those episodes too. As well as all the action-packed ones. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.